And so the Bitcoin bulls begin to rally, climbing from the depths of the crypto abyss. And the question now becomes, which target zone may potentially hit first? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. Grandma's cookies and a bottle of yo-ho-ho. It has been an absolutely savage past 24 hours here inside the Bitcoin chart. After finding a local bottom down in the low $9,000 region, Bitcoin has since rallied, testing highs of above 10,500. And the question now becomes, my friends, is the target zone of above 11,000 here potentially in the cards? Or is this looking like the bears are regaining momentum here and we could see a test back down into the 9,000 or even potentially below region? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. Bitcoin found a local bottom for the time being around 9,000. This to me does not come as a surprise. As we saw here on the run up, we had a nice consolidation range which wound up looking like a bull flag with a breakout to the upside. And before that, we also zoom back right here. We had a whole resistance area up in this range, right? So we had a classic resistance to support flip in the chart, and right now when we zoom over all the way to where we currently found our local bottom, we are finding support at this region once again. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Ding ding ding, chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. This whole range also has a beautiful confluence here with the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement. Let's get this crypto. So this range to me definitely had a lot of confluence, and it makes sense that this was the local bottom, at least for the time being. Now, I believe we have bigger fish to fry here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's step into the kitchen of Don Carbonaccio and get down to business. So where we see our trend right now, finding its first support, right? This can all change. By the time you watch this, it may have changed. But what we need to understand here is that this red box for me is a whole resistance zone for Bitcoin right now. And this box begins at 10,750 and ranges all the way up to 11,150. Now, there are some very interesting elements to this box here, okay? First off, we need to understand that we have, for the time being here, on a macro level, been creating lower lows and lower highs. This is inherently bearish, ladies and gentlemen. This is textbook bearish. We are traveling within a bearish channel right now for the time being. And we must understand that if this trend is going to remain bearish here, we have a lot of potential rejection zones here coming up in the immediate term for Bitcoin. Now, on a local level, on the 4-hour time frame here, what am I looking at? Well, it's certainly this past high right here at 11,072, right? You all remember Don Carbonaccio took shorts all up in this region, ladies and gentlemen. Took one at 10,879, took one at 10,979. I wound up taking all of my profits before this rip to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. You can pause the screen and look at these later. These were my VIP alerts here. You can look at them. And this was my position recap. I wound up closing out all of my positions here at 96.80, 98.13, and 99.31 before this rip to the upside. Let's get this crypto. So now, I've been out of a short position here, and I was looking for a new plan, a new course of action for me to take here to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. And right now, Bitcoin is coming up into an area of interest for me here. This red box has multiple key lines in it. I just showed you this was the prior local high, right? Beyond this, we have a level of old support here just below this region, which may also now act as new resistance. And also, ladies and gentlemen, another Fibonacci retracement here, the 0.236 at a running just right here, just underneath our levels of prior support, which could now be resistance, and right below our prior local top. Let's get this crypto. So general trading theory, right? When you're in a downtrend, you short the rallies or sell the rallies, right? When you're in an uptrend, you buy the dip, right? That's just general trading theory. I'm not telling you what to do. I'll never tell you what to do. I'm not your financial advisor. But general trading theory is that in an uptrend, you buy the dip, right? And in a downtrend, you short the rallies or sell the rallies, right? So for me right now, I'm seeing clearly here that we have a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, and now we've created another lower low. And if this trajectory is going to remain intact, I believe that this area I've outlined here in the red box all the way up to essentially 11,200 could be the next lower low, which would be aggressive, right? Excuse me, another lower high. This would be very aggressive, right? As the trend would then start to make drastically lower lows here, right? But if this box is broken, right, I'm sure all the trolls, see, Carbonaccio, you're a red box, it doesn't mean anything. I bought a sandwich worth of Bitcoins and now I'm going to the moon. Clowns, ladies and gentlemen. Howl at the moon, degenerates. Because even if we do get past this box, you best believe Don Carbonaccio is looking at this as a realist, unbiased. Sure, this would give a little bit of a momentous flip here, a momentum flip for the bulls from the bears here if they cannot defend this resistance zone and they get through it, right? But we still must understand. Take a look at this region here, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at the confluence here in this region as well, right? Old support up in this area, then turned resistance, then turned support, then turned resistance. My friends, even if Bitcoin is to climb up into this region, I believe we have another level of heinous resistance lying overhead. So the thing is for me, ladies and gentlemen, is right now, the bears have shown to me here that they are strong, and we have had multiple confirmations here to prove that they are looking to take this market to the downside. This doesn't mean it has to continue. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This can all change, right? We could now go and form a new higher high here to negate the bearish trend, right? I'm just stating at this point in time, I'm seeing that we are in a classic bearish formation here with more ranges of resistance above, not only on our local level here from 10,750 to 11,200, but also beyond that. So we could even see a fake out here, ladies and gentlemen, where this prior high gets taken out, right? And then we look to zip right up, and it looks like we may be going back to 12,000, and then we have this whole range here that could pose a large problem for the bulls. Let's get this crypto. So let's take a look at the RSI here as well, okay? Classic, just in our area of bullish support. We also had an oversold metric on the 4-hour RSI, got our bounce there. On the daily RSI right now here as well. We're still quite neutral here, in my opinion. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if we topped out anywhere at that 11,200 resistance box from 10,750 to 11,200. There's certainly room to go oversold here, in my opinion. And also, on the contrary, if you want to look at it from a bullish perspective, I mean, there could be room to run as well, being that these candles here, which are a monstrosity of a candle creation, they did not get to an overbought metric here as well, right? Just really depends on how you want to look at this. Very neutral, I would say, in my opinion. But to me, still, ladies and gentlemen, one of the largest leading indicators here that is weighing me more so towards the bearish side of this. Not only do we have lower highs and lower lows, but now here on the NVT, which has been historically pinpoint accurate in calling macro trends. We've seen now that for the first time in a very long time here, since November 2018, the NVT has broken below this support level at roughly 150. It is now back in the gray zone, and we are trading below this line for several days now. We all know here that in the past, this thing has dumped off a cliff when it's dropped below this level. We all know that Average Joe and James at the water cooler, oh, Kirby, you can't use the NVT because we've got the Lightning Network now, Kirby, and, you know, side chains and... Get out of here, James. Stop trying to make like this hasn't no credit or no merit. What good does that do for you? You realize that the Lightning Network has almost no transaction volume on it compared to the real blockchain, right? So why are you trying to make up excuses as to why not to look at this indicator? If you don't want to look at it, go ahead, close your eyes, James. But you cannot get the shoulder of Don Carbonaccio to cry on. Because I look at this market like a realist, a savage that's ready to crush this market and get this crypto. And if this indicator for me, for the first time in months, is signaling that this could have a bearish breakdown, I'm not going to sit here and ignore it and go, oh, the Lightning Network, Kirby, you don't know. Oh, must be kidding me, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh, the Don is fired up. I've already taken profits on my trades here, ladies and gentlemen, like an absolute savage. You see, I was out here before the pump took place, right? I shorted the top, hickory dickory dock. Don Carbonaccio went in and shorted the absolute top, which now has retraced almost completely, right? I shorted this range right up here, and I got out of all my positions, ladies and gentlemen, right here before this dump took place. Excuse me, before that pump took place. I rode this dump down into the inverse parabolic moon to the downside, and now that we've ripped up here, I'm seeing potential for more lightsabers like we've seen in both directions here to come in. As you can see, this whole range for me is fair game, ladies and gentlemen, for another bearish reversal. And also, if we climb through this range, also for a tentative bearish reversal to keep us intact here with our lower high trajectory. Let's get this crypto. Right now, certainly for me, I'd be very cautious here of the longs. The bulls are going to have to continue with absolutely incredible bullish volume here in order to push through this range, in my opinion. Right now, I'm taking more plays inside this market. I see more potentially life-changing trading opportunity looming here, just as I saw with this heinous breakdown to the downside. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I'm going to keep you all updated with my next trades here in absolute real time. Full disclosure right now, ladies and gentlemen, I have already taken a little short position right now, just getting my feet wet. Am I going to close that? Am I going to add to that position? Am I going to take profits? All of that will be posted for you exclusively in VIP. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Again, we are at the point here in this trend where many are going to get absolutely wrecked. You know how many people, ladies and gentlemen, messaged me right here? Kirby, see, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Get wrecked. And I shorted and took a huge winning trade, right? And now, just on the contrary, when we dump here, right? All these James at the water coolers. Kirby, do you think 6,000 this week? Kirby, I'm short. And then they short right upon support, right? They short right at all the bullish support confluence, right? Where Don Carbonaccio is closing out the trades, right? Where Don is closing out the trades for profit. These moon boys are then shorting, right? They play off emotion, and that is why this market proves time and time again to be so profitable for those with a level head, a real strategy, a plan to crush this market and get this crypto. Do not let your emotions get in the way of your decision making. Don't let your emotions get in the way of realistic probabilities and technical analysis. There's two types of traders in here, ladies and gentlemen. Those that do the winning and those that do the losing. It's just how it goes. And this is why time and time again, you see the same people buying the top and shorting the bottom. And right now, look at where we are. We're pushing up against a key level right now. And as the next hours go by, ladies and gentlemen, the next days go by, and we toggle around in this region, you best believe many are going to get caught like a deer in the headlights once again. And Don Carbonaccio is not preparing to get caught like a deer in the headlights. Don Carbonaccio is preparing to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. And I'm going to keep you updated with every single trade I make in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Every entry, every exit, every take profit, every strategy, etc. I'm posting it all for you exclusively in VIP. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. Now, I want to look here again at the Wall Street cheat sheet, psychology of a market cycle. We all know that I've been saying really since we went up to 13, 14,000 that what I'm seeing could be the creation of a blow off top into a full-blown market cycle. And this is what I want to discuss here quickly to just really recap on the daily time frame here of what I'm seeing right here, right now. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. The Don is truly fired up here today, ladies and gentlemen. The action is immense. So let's go into the cheat sheet here, right? We have our euphoria stage, the potential blow off top at the top, and then you get a complacency stage, right? And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, to me, this looks like a classic blow off top, a reaction rally, which fails, right, and sticks in a lower high, right? And then after the complacency stage, you start to get a down leg that takes out the prior low after the blow off top, right, which would have been this low right here. And you tentatively look to start a true leg down into corrective territory to retrace nearly the entire move, right? And for me, right, many will be like, but Kirby, then why wouldn't it go all the way back to 3,000, Kirby? 3,000, Kirby, oh! Well, for me, James, the real parabolic move, I want to consider it being the breakout of above 6,000 to 7,000, right? Because this all down here, this is all just minutia, right? It's all noise down here. I mean, this level here was the level that the bulls needed to get through with a vengeance in order to really sustain this trend, because there was certainly a ton of sentiment that we could have tested this level and been rejected again when we were still at that point in the trend. So for me, this is when the parabola truly started, and it was this first parabolic leg right here, right? You see that? And we consolidated, etc. So for me, to retrace the full move would be down to where the parabola started, which is, you know, roughly the $6,000 region, which if we also pull up a Fibonacci retracement here, pull it from the swing low of the trend here, all the way to the top right now, we can also see that we do have a lot of confluence here in this range with the 0.618 Fibonacci, really lining up perfectly with our first level of consolidation after our parabolic rip through the old support level, which could have acted as new resistance. Let's get this crypto. So for me right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not ruling out of the equation at all that we could be in a full-blown market cycle here. And what we are seeing right now is just the creation of a downward bearish channel, right? Roughly, you know, something like this, with lower lows and lower highs. And we could be looking at a full-blown market cycle bubble pop back down to where the parabola started. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, that is really anywhere within this vicinity, right? And I don't think that shouldn't be expected. For me, I've been stating it all along. Of course, every moon boy and their Howl at the Moon brother essentially have been calling me all sorts of names and ridiculousness, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact of the matter is that I don't think that that's far-fetched at all to channel back down here, have a healthy consolidation. We let this mini bubble play out, and then we move along with our business and hopefully continue the true multi-year bull market from this point forward, right? If you're trading this market, swinging up and down, it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen, if you caught the bottom, Kirby. Did you catch the bottom, Kirby? Oh, did you sell the top, Kirby? Did you sell the top? None of this matters. What matters is that you're making decisions, catching high reward, low risk trade setups, ladies and gentlemen, the swings, right? Just like I showed you here, right? I shorted this rally right here, took the trade all the way down and closed it here. That is a swing high to a swing low and a closeout for profits, right? You see what I'm saying here, right? That is swing trading, right? And when you're swing trading, you do not need to get caught up in the moonboy garbaggio of catching bottoms and selling tops all the time, right? That's not how trading works. That's how people that don't know how to trade think trading works, and that's why they get wrecked over and over again, while those that understand how this works keep profiting over and over and over again. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are still seeing here that the crypto fear and greed index is plunging to lower lows here as well. This is the first time this is happening in a very long time. I'm not overlooking this. I hope you are not overlooking it as well. Could be another bearish factor here. Just pointing that out. And also here, Google Trends data on Bitcoin worldwide past 90 days. We had our peak in the data on June 26th, which also coincided with the absolute top of the price trend at nearly 14,000. And since then, we still really haven't recovered in any capacity. I mean, we still right now are only at a 45. So for me right now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I am certainly not discrediting this bearish zone here right now. If we do move through, sure, I'll reevaluate. But like I said, even right here, we've got a lot of bearish confluence here, ladies and gentlemen. You know me. I'm unbiased, right? I play the trend in both directions, right? My VIPs know I went long 8,400, right? I went long 9,400. I went long 10,900, I believe. And I was up there the whole way, right? Speculating all the way to the upside. Took my profits all within here. And now, since then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been shorting, right? I shorted then over here. I've been shorting again here at this top, shorting again potentially here in this region. I am speculating with a small short position right now. If I'm going to add to my short, I'm going to keep you updated in VIP. If I take profits on my short, I keep you updated in VIP, my stop losses, etc., all of it. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, many are going to get caught like a deer in the headlights here. They're going to continue to get wrecked, buying tops, selling bottoms, shorting bottoms, buying tops, etc., right? So for me right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. Don Carbonaccio does not fail to plan. Don Carbonaccio plans to succeed, and I'm going to be keeping you all updated with my trades here in absolute real time. Like I've said, this was an absolutely immensely successful trade for me here over the past several days. It happened to be that I shorted nearly the absolute top here of this swing high and then closed out all around the swing low, and right now I am ready to get absolutely aggressive here in this region once again. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'm ready to strike, ladies and gentlemen, like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. The time is now. We have a lot of volatility here, a lot of potential heinous action to come in both directions in this trend, and I'm ready to crush it. Volatility like this is a trader's dream, and right now I am looking to take that dream and turn it into a beautiful, beautiful reality. So guys, I will keep you updated with my trades, entries, strategies, exits, take profits, etc., all for you exclusively in VIP. And I'm ready to crush this market. So that being said, guys, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Please don't get wrecked here. It's time to crush this market. It's time to get this crypto. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.